Morning, everyone. I got some bureaucratic stuff to do first, and then we'll get into work for today. I gotta respond to emails. Been dilly-dallying. Dilly-dallying. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm just doing some email stuff, so I'll be back to work in a moment. But I just got to do some stuff I can't share. But I also need to be a little more productive, so I decided to do a stream it. Hello, Sipper. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How goes your day? Let's go ahead and copy this. Discord. Ahoy, era. The weather. The weather is okay today. Hello, Ease the Dude. As the Dude. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I just have to do some stuff, some emails and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take care of that for right now. And we may not have a afternoon stream today because there's some work I have to do I cannot share. What are we modeling today? Ez. We will be modeling that deer lady that I was working on over the past few days. We're going to be doing some textures for her, at least for the morning. I use Blender. That's my main tool, and Blender and Unity. So I make VRChat avatars full time. Surprised you're not just doing a face cam this afternoon. Potentially. We'll see how it goes because I have other stuff to do this afternoon as well. iPhone got hot in like 5 minutes. Cooling stand was a good buy. Good. Yeah, even just me using my testing the VTuber, it takes like 15 minutes and then it's warning, overheating. All right, now I got some emails to send and stuff. I'm just getting those queued up. All right. Fine. I use C4D, but I hear tons about Blender. Blender is great. Blender is fantastic. I like it a lot. Not for everyone, but I certainly think that it is awesome. And yeah, I'm just responding to some emails right now. Good morning, Arctic. Good morning, Zoom. Hello. Excited to use it. The damn thing was 100% accurate. Well, good. The face tracking stuff for the iPhone is much more impressive than the webcam. I don't know if they have like specialized hardware in there or something, but it definitely kicks butt. Bam. Bam. Save. They use infrared, from what I read, to read depth. Interesting. Good morning, Corn. Welcome. Hello. It's laser hardware versus lens hardware, so it's way better at sensing depth. Interesting. But cannot see color. Well, I have this one. This is the one with face tracking. Well, actually, I guess it's on this side. I don't know. Do not know. Well, I need to edit video. I will have the sound for background. Sounds good, Siver. Good luck with your work. Sam is my default background voice nowadays. I'm in your head. I'm in your head. There's nothing to do. What happened to work? Also, maybe doing a charity event if you're okay me adverting it slightly, Sam. Absolutely. Go right ahead. Oh, tattoo charity. In honor of the natal charity, we're doing tattoos on babies. They're offering tattoos at $50. Interesting. Last project is finished. Nice. Now I've just gotten back from vacation, so I've only just started to receive new work to do. Well, that sounds ideal to me. Okay. So I decided is if folks want, and I'm still putting together, I will accept tips for the charity. For the first $50, let anyone who donates vote on what I get, letting you all pick. And at $200, and every 100, I will get another based off the sheet of tats they're doing. Oh, interesting. I'll have fun info later tonight, and we'll share with Sam. Okay, heck yeah. Custom tattoo stream. Dick butt. Dick butt. We get to pick what you get tatted? Yep. I send the sheet of options if you want to share. No steak, no avocado. I have one of those. My roommate is insistent I get the avocados. What happens if I donate the full $50? Do I get to choose? Share my screen just for a moment. So we've got this one. Charming. Avocados. I vote for BFF in the lower corner of your eye. Fair enough. Voting on one of those then. There we go. Full details tonight. It will be ranked voting to make it fair. Okay, sorry, just had to respond to that. Okay, so then go here and we'll say, how do you do? Bold details tonight. It will be ranked voting make fair. And if you donate like 500 total, I will get 5 tattoos. Do we get to choose the placement? I'd be more interested in ranked voting on where we get to put the tattoos. No, I can't let you. Can't let you call placement. You could screw up my other ink really bad. Fair. I want you to get a tattoo on the tip of your finger. The inside of your nostril. The back of your earlobe. Tip of something else. Just make a little surprise face. You just need 2 dots. If you did, I have an answer for that, and I doubt anyone wants to hear that. For the tip of your, it's already covered in tats. Hmm. Hello, Sal. Welcome. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Welcome, welcome. Just working on some emails and stuff right now, and then I'll be back to work very soon. um, yeah, there we go. All right, sorry. Learning C. You're learning C. Wow, impressive. Running to the store, leaving the stream open. Sounds good. As gonna look for now. Talk to you later, Sam. Lurking. Okay, everyone's on the move, and I just need to think. Did I respond to every message? I think so. For now, we're just waiting on one email as well. Uh, I before E, except after C. Received. Things have been sent. Things have been done. Mm-hmm. Hello, Shatter. Welcome. We're responding to emails right now. We're doing some boring stuff this morning, but soon we'll be back to work. If I remember correctly, Quest avatars cannot have constraints of any kind. Pretty sure. Aqua, hello, welcome. That's correct. No constraints for Quest. Okay, so yeah, I had someone ask me if we could move a prefab into the Quest version, and I was like, I don't think that's doable, unfortunately. Tightly woven. I think we're at a good point to switch over to start working on Vale. So let me go ahead and start opening that up. All right. I have to do that every day. I have to take some time every day. In fact, there are a few things that I do need to put on my like daily checklist. I need to make more social media posts. I need to share my products in more places. And I need to respond to emails at the end of the day. If I just take a little bit of time at the end of the day to take out that work that's building up, it'll be fine. But I'm just really bad at that. I was really bad at that. Yeah, Sam, that's a great idea. Good morning. Hey, thank you, Sky. You just gotta own it. I just gotta own it. I'm a business owner. Get in there, do the things I need to do. Do the things I need to do. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So yesterday we left off on getting all of the textures in. So we're just going to set up the eyeballs as well. And then we can start going into substance, getting everything situated. Making social posts makes me want to puke. I hate these platforms, but they are needed. Yeah. It's just like, it's a grind. It feels very grindy. And that's okay. That's what it is. That's the business. That's the work that needs to be done. But it doesn't always feel great. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. from outer space. Did anyone see the graphics cards that for the new supercomputer that Nvidia's putting together yesterday? I'm just gonna look it up really quick because it was nuts. It is beautiful. Thank you, Shatter. So, oh well, not a big image, but so this was the previous best chip that they made. Teraflops per second. Teraflops per second. 4,000 teraflops per second. And now it's 20,000 teraflops per second. Within 2 years. That curve is looking pretty steep now. Pretty darn steep. What's the next one? And the one after that? It's insane. So these are chips to train AI. So these are like server side GPUs, and teraflops sounds like it belongs in a meme. Name of a band. Name that band. But it's nuts. This just ordered AMD 7900 XTX LOL. I do not know much about computers or graphics cards, but I do like charts, and that looks like a cool chart that I just looked at. I really think that a year from now, like the amount of compute and AI that's going to be available is going to be insane. Been armpit deep in AI chip architecture lately, and wow, lol, just wow, mind blown with how much better the core designs have gotten. AI feeding AI, feeding AI. It's recursive now. The AI makes the chips better, which makes the AI better, which makes the chips better, which makes the AI better. It's endless. Okay, we got that. Well, it seems way darker than in Substance than it is in Blender. That's okay. Probably just the lighting I have. All right, what am I doing? I'm making a new file for the eyeballs. But yeah, I'm just I feel like we're about to enter a brand new era of craziness. Best kind of feedback loop. Maybe that'll have PCs start to outclass the garbage optimization games have been having. Yeah, with AI and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised to see generally most heavy compute just go onto the cloud. If they're getting that kind of scale with servers, it's like the hardware will probably be the cheapest part of the equation after a while because you'll just need a display and an internet connection and you're good to go. Like Stadia on steroids, beyond steroids. It will be, especially with the ability to like compress information with AI. Nuts. Oh, VRC question. Do I have to make a dedicated quest Avi for questies to see, or can a fallback work? A fallback is a dedicated quest avatar. So, yes. In order for people to see, in order for quest avatars to see your full avatar, they either need to enable it in their settings, or you have your fallback avatar set up. It's important to note that the fallback avatar is a little stricter in terms of performance. If we go to the performance ranks here, so if you go to this website, and I'll share this link, you have to be able to match good. So excellent or good. Good's usually what I shoot for because it's a little bit more forgiving. Oh, sorry, this is PC. Good in terms of Android. So you want to look at the Android limits and in good. That's the fallback avatar there. So it has to have a good ranking to become a fallback. A lot of times you need to get rid of bones and stuff too, and every aspect of the avatar is a lot more limited. But I'll paste that there. It's kind of fun to make. My suggestion is you bring your avatar in. In fact, there is if you go back like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I did do an optimization on an avatar. Let's see. So let's see, right around one of these characters, I optimized. I think I did it before. Anyway, so for this guy here, the one with the wings, one of these streams, I go over how I optimize the quest avatar. So if you want to go back a little bit and see me go through that process, I would definitely recommend it because there's a few things you need to keep in mind, and you have to pack your textures too. So I have to kill my pretty shader? Yes. My heavy right now is good, 3 mats and like 5 megabytes. I'm just trying to abandon my shader. Well, unfortunately, for quest avatars, VRChat only gives you like 5 shaders you can use. So you have to use those shaders. Unfortunately. Sad day. I want to buy Booth Abbey and modify it to learn some Unity stuff. That's a smart way to go about it. When I was first getting into this, I did have a base avatar that I edited and used as a starting point for a lot of my work back in the day. Where am I going? I'm going to wrong folder. Need to go in here. Reference. Ooh, wow, bright blue. A very, very intense blue. Well, oh my god, I feel oh my god. If your shader isn't like Poi or something, default to Unity, you can't use it for quest abbeys. I prefer the tune lit for quest abbeys because it'll look good no matter what. You get the most control there for the quest version. Feel like a genius. I just found out how to disable a specific FX control layer on an AFK state trigger. Big brain moment for little dumb baby. Now a little smarter baby. I'm a smart little baby. They often have some add-ons to some abbeys. There looks like no eyes for the questies. A lot of so basically, when I make my fallback version, I whittle everything down to one mesh and one material. Everything is one mesh, one material, and much more limited is bones and stuff. Basically, everything gets turned down. It's a little rough, to be honest. A little rough. I believe that is it kind of like a goat eye. A goat eye. Goat eye. A little darker. And save this in here. Export to Unity. And we want I am. And then iBase will actually turn off the opacity, or no, keep the opacity on, turn it this way, and we take the base layer and we turn it on. And like that, save, and I'm going to export again. I tried a normal shader on it and it looks gross. I painted with the first shader in mind and just can't seem to find a way to make it look decent without it. For fallback, is your map 4K or 2K? 2K. I think when you upload to Quest, all your texture maps get set cap. They get capped at 2K anyway. Um, I'm not going to put it in texture. I'm going to put it in decals. That way we can do fun stuff like give it depth. Let's do just a little bit of depth. Hello, JW. Welcome. Well, good morning. Howdy. Elar, if you will. Elar? Will I, Elar? British hello, the map. Hello. Hello. Man, people in the UK are insane. Look at that nose. Look at that crisp nose. Hello, hello. I feel so embarrassed when I do that. As I probably should. Okay, so I'm confused here. Right here we have this global mask. How does that work? Because it says this. We have these numbers. 1R, so these are 4 textures with different channels. 4 masks. British. 10 out of 10 accent law. Hello, hello. Yeah, I can't do it. All right, we're gonna do some documentation here. So RGBA color masking, we have these masks. Are they the same? Apply to global mask. Apply from global mask. Oh, okay, so That's interesting. That's kind of a newer feature. So if I add a mask to my decal, hmm, still a little confused by that. All right, what are we looking at right now? We're looking at the hair. I would love to mask the anisotropic texture we're seeing here because it's a little too strong. Like, especially if we look right at the back, it gets this glow. I don't want. Is that the anisotropic though? Well, either way, we have it here. No, I don't think it is because this is yellow. So this is just the reflection. Gotcha. Hmm. It would be nice to have one version where we do get the shadows that would be here with them intersected. So we're going to create a second version of the hair. Hello, Sky. Is this for tattoos? For what? Oh, the masking? You definitely can use it for tattoos, which is super cool. You could also just bake them directly into the body texture, but if you wanted something like really a higher resolution, um, like you could, I don't know, if you wanted a tattoo right on the forehead, then using masks to make sure you get like really high resolution in that is a good way to go about it. Cartman VR, hello, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're working on this deer lady. Shining glowing tattoos like. Yes, yes, you definitely can. That's usually the decals in here. Decals are great for that. They have options for rotation, emission. You can do the hue shift. Tons of really cool stuff in the decals. And there's also an audio link stuff as well. What about PNG avatars? we've evolved past them. We're on the new shit. Never played with decals. I have to though. They're really cool. Really cool. Super cool, actually. I really like them. Travis here. Travis. But I want to use them to control the crevices in here. So we're going to make a new file. No, first we have to do an export. So we'll go to the hair here. And don't need the high resolution for this one. I will simply put them at 0, export them with Substance Painter v2 here, and we'll call this hair shadow catcher export. Save. Then we go back here, file, new. Open the shadow catcher. What a name. Do I take avatar requests? I mostly focus on doing commissions. So I usually clients hire me to make them, or I'm making base avatars to sell. So I've never done a request. I like the idea, but I wouldn't have time for it just because I have to make sure I'm covering my expenses. So we're making a shadow catcher version, because we can go in here, and I really just want the ambient occlusion here, so I'll bake that. Sorry, I should have done a 4K map. Boom. Then we go back to painting mode. Save. Then, file, export textures, output templates. We really need a new one. Call this, oh, I duplicated. I just want a new one. Call it veil underscore hair our shadow catcher. And we'll do a gray map that's just our ambient occlusion. I'm going to copy this here, so I can paste it here. Work again. Copy, paste. Okay. Scroll down to the bottom. Which reminds me, is it possible to force an Abby to update on lower frame rates as the rest of the game? Huh. Like a retro character, it looks like it's moving in way lower frames than the others. So that's definitely doable. Huh. That's super intriguing. I like that thought. I believe it's doable. Because you could have, there's a way to freeze positions, and you could just have it loop freezing a position every, I don't know, 2 frames or something. So that would actually kind of be straightforward to do in a way, I think. I think, yes. I think it could be doable. What are the basics things you need to make and upload an avatar to VRChat? There is definitely quite a bit that goes into it. If you're looking to get like a head start, I'd recommend looking up base avatars. There's a lot of free ones out there. In fact, if you go to Sketchfab, there's great collections on there of avatars. So Sketchfab is a site for free 3D models. Sketchfab here, and you can basically go avatar or base avatar free. I have to make sure I search this over here so I don't get anything wild. But there's a lot of base avatars in here on Sketchfab that you can download and start playing around with, or Gumroad or other sites. That's where I'd recommend starting. But you basically get the avatar, work on it in Blender, bring it into Unity, and then upload from there. And that is a very, very bare bones overview of what goes into it. It's as complex as you want it to be. Working on this AFK animation. Decided I actually set the transition way too fast, but it's too funny to change. Go from standing to splat. That's actually amazing. I'd love to see the fizz bones. It's there's a lot to it, Cartman, but it is doable, and certainly I would encourage trying it out. There's a lot of steps, but it's very satisfying to be able to get your own work into a game, and share it with your friends. So, if you're interested in learning more, definitely stick around because I go through the whole process on my stream over the course of a few weeks. But it's fun. What was I doing? Substance Painter. There. Select this. Export. Save. Oh. That was only a 1K texture. I want a 4K texture. There we go. Go from seeing the splat. Well, it looks good. Like a good end of VRC session. All right, so we have the texture now. It should be in here. Here, let's just double check. Oh, I exported so much stuff in here on accident. Yeah, we can delete all this. Perfect. Okay, so back to our other hair file. Save. Okay, then we can bring in. You can have custom AFK animations. Absolutely. The whole animator from end to end is completely customizable. That's selected, and then we'll add a fill, linear dodge, and we'll just drop this right in there. Boom. Put it at the bottom, actually. Save, and let's see what this looks like with just a straightforward export. Boom. It's a whole ass rabbit hole zoom. Oh my lord. There's a joke there. There's a joke there somewhere. I think I messed it up somehow. Why is this looking funny? Darn it, Sam. I don't, God. My God. I can't help myself. Innuendo is a sec. It's just a reflex here. Huh. Now I'm only getting the reflection where I don't want it. So I think I need to invert my... this thing here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so I'm actually really excited about this, and I've been working on it off stream, but I think I want to start doing more and more of it on stream because it's a really cool way to work. But so I really wanted to find ways to sync things that I'm doing with VRChat. If you guys redeem something on stream, that it could affect something in the VRChat world. Not quite possible with VRChat, but it is possible in Resonite. So I've been kind of researching that, and I think that I'll be basically trying to make a Resonite world that's my stream world, where everyone can go and be in that world, and I could do redeems on stream that will affect things in Resonite. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Very pumped about that. I think it'll be really, really interesting if I ever get that working. But it shouldn't be too bad, actually. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm very excited at the prospect. That'd be pretty cool. I'm ecstatic at the thought. Does that really look any different here? A little. Let's switch up the lighting. That'd be awesome. I think so. I really think so. And the really cool thing about Resonite is just you can make things while you're in VR. So I think it'd be like a really good complement to the kind of stuff that I do on stream, or kind of work I want to share with people. So anyway, more to explore there, but I'm kind of slowly playing with the idea and slowly getting it to work. I'm in love with the hair. Well, thank you, Shatter. It's coming out well. Coming out well. We're gonna add a little bit of striations to it so we can get kind of that hair zigzag. It is coming out really nicely. Hello, Vampo9. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I need my Abby to be ported over as well. Yeah. But we can straight up do that with everyone in the room in VR. So everyone could literally put the avatar together right then and there. At least that's the hope. I'm sure it's going to be more complicated than that, but it's possible. An Abby unfucking service? In what sense? I might try to make a DPS version. JK. Are you JKing though? Vamp? Are you JKing? Well, I'm wishing you well with that project. Maybe. Mm. Mm. Whoa, and spammed. All right. We'll just turn the kick off. Oh, but it still shows up. Just 1 second, y'all. Dock stream should go to settings. Whoa. All right. Looks like they stopped. Wild. Okay. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I lost track of the chat there because it just got flooded with kick comments. Kick bots. Guess I got kicked. Let's see. What can I do there? Is it still going? Oh no, I just turned it off. If I turn it back on, will it happen again though? Let me try. Chat went into hype invasion. Well, as I've done a lot of edits, I have a lot of incorrectly done parts. Basically, a samming of my model, samming of my model and texture. Well, yeah, as long as it's working, even if you know under the hood it's a little funky, it works. It works. Samming a verb. Get sammed. Get into hyperspeed. We'll see if that happens again. I can always just turn it back on and off again. Anistropic texture. That should go there. And this should go above the base. And we want to rotate it 90 degrees. In English, you can verb anything. It's true. You can anything-fy things. Anythingify. Sam must not obtain such power. Fear me. You thought you were free of the memes? Guess again. Yes, again. Do, 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 do. Ooh, much better. I like that. Tasty. Tasty hair. Okay, I can definitely see the anistropic texture in there now. So we want to see if we can reset up that Mac. Back, all right. Now I can see Blender move a bit. Some texturing or UV mapping. Right now we're in the texturing phase. So I have Unity set up. We're making changes in Painter and then seeing what it looks like in Unity. So we're kind of going back and forth, trying to get the look we want. Absolutely. You're lucky you just came back just this moment because a second ago, Kick was spammed. My Kick stream was spammed with a bunch of bots. And I had to turn it off. Had to. I'm not sure if that even shows up on your end, but. Map offset strength. I'll leave that there. I just joined today. Newbie at this. Well, welcome. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not what we want, but that looks interesting. Doing CAD or C4D streams and various graphic design stuff. Exciting. And I will watch you. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, good luck with your CAD work, or I keep saying CAD, C4D, Cinema 4D work. I want to say CAD really bad, but that's not what it is. I love CAD. By the way, your work looks sick. Sick. Thank you, Ez. Thank you. I appreciate that. CAD's great. CAD's great. I've done a little bit of Gravity. No, there's some other program. I did a Fusion, something Fusion. Did a little bit of CAD work when I had a job for it. It was okay. The job was okay. The software was really cool. I believe so. I believe so. Now we're going to turn up the height a little bit more. See what kind of bumpiness we can get out of that. Do something like that. Export. Ooh. Okay. Too intense. But kind of satisfying in a way. I don't want to adjust it on Unity side of things. I'd rather have it exact. Do a halfway point. Speaking of CAD, I kind of want to try out plasticity. Seems like it's CAD, but more geared for artists. I've seen a lot of people give it high praise. I haven't checked it out myself, but a lot of people were very excited about it. Or at least there was a lot of hype for it on Twitter. Aha! So I can say global mask 1R there. Does that mean I can use it here? 1R. Seem to have done anything though. Maybe I just use the color. There. Yeah. Worked with CAD in the 90s making hydraulic and air compression systems. Interesting. I played with it for a bit. Wasn't that bad. Didn't spend enough time to give it a real review. Yeah, I didn't have it wasn't bad at all. I think I may go back and use it for more for hard surface stuff. It's great. Hmm. Everything for Blender is free, and it comes with two render engines by default: Eevee and Cycles. Cycles is more like a traditional ray casting, ray tracing stuff, and then Eevee's a little bit more like a game engine. So it fakes things, but gives you a good idea of what to expect. Hmm. So it does work. It does work. It just needs to be a bit bigger. So if I remove that again. It does work. Interesting. It's Octane. So even Octane is free for Blender? I believe so. They have a free version at least. Uh, I think you have to hook it up to Octane. So you download Octane and Blender, but I haven't used it too much. Dump the whip in ArtShare. I got a bail, finishing some calculus before class starts. Lurk. We'll enjoy calculus, and let's take a look at what you made. Oh, that's coming out well. Fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had a lot of hair. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I like the runes on the bottom. Bite. Bite these nuts. Sorry. Am I sorry? No. Okay, so the color should mask it. I just have to figure it out. So we can see the anisotropic. Really like that, the subtle anisotropic. Very nice. You're fine today, Sam. I'm so powerful. Letterboard's a new render engine workbench. Haven't tried it yet. I think that's the oldest version. Unless you're pulling my leg. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Much more like hair. I still want to be able to mask it out stronger, so let's back up. We're going to go to texture set settings. So let me see. Oh, sorry. Oh, of course. I have to enable ambient occlusion. That's why it's not working. Hmm. Oh, it's old. I thought there was a new one. Oh, okay. I could be wrong. I know Workbench was the name of their old version, but they may have updated it. May have updated it. There we go. Nice. Now we've got the ambient occlusion. And we can go back to reflection and specular. Give that a little update. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Might be a little strong. Wow. Yeah, just a little. That's definitely too much. Um, right, because the linear dodge compounds. So I think we'll need to lower this amount. All right. We'll do a fill on top. Set the fill to linear dodge or let's see. So that way, so I want to be able to go the other way. And we'll give it half the value. Half of that value. Okay. I think that's a good start for the hair. I feel like the color is getting a little muted, but it could just be the environment. Let's go ahead and start working on the body a little bit more. So looking at our reference image, first thing we'll want to do, this is the nose. I want this to be the nose. I'm going to make it same color as the ref image. And we'll make it glossy. And then we'll remove it from some of these other objects that it happens to be on. Because they'll need their own layer. And we'll make it now. Call this claws slash oof. Oofin. Bam. Say that color. Roughness, obviously. Shiny. Shiny. Save again. I feel the caffeine coursing through my veins. And we'll do one of these. Dark pattern. So there are a few spots on here that need to get the planar projection for. And it will be this very dark color here. And we'll put it on the tail first. Boom, boom, boom. That. Hello, I follow if you can burp loud. I cannot burp loud. I will throw up instead. But welcome. Welcome, I follow. Let's kind of stretch it out and then move it in a little. And perfect. Then we'll duplicate again. We need one for the arm. Put it over here. And just move it onto the arm. That's just that balance. See it kind of clipping on the arm right here. Is that? Why would it be clipping there? Funny. Okay, perfect. Rename this to arms. Rename this one to tail. Duplicate the tail. Actually, duplicate the arm. And we'll call this one legs. Actually, the legs don't have this pattern. Just the arms, tail. Yeah, so leave that alone. The dark pattern. And then there's another pattern, but it's more for the mid pattern. And we'll also paste a gradient. Move it over, shrink it down. flip it around. All right. We do have a gradient there, but more of the body is this brown color, mid-tone color. Then I think I'll change the base to it. This color. Oh, so blue. So blue. Do eyebrows, lashes, black. And then the mouth. Oh. Color selection for the twofers. And then lastly, the mouth. Select that way. Okay. Save. All right, let's see how that works. I'm going to go ahead and export again. Cool. Better. Twofers. All right. All right, we still need to make the emblem on the front here. We have not done that yet. She looks good though. We'll do the clothing first. Clothing. For some reason this came out super dark. It's a little disappointing. I like for things to be very easy to select. So we'll do wraps. And for our base layer, it'll just be this blue. Nice. Now we've got the straps. Which are this really bright blue. Then do the pauldrons. I messed that up. I really should go back and just make these color separations a little stronger so we can start pulling off some of the details a little bit easier. Okay. And we also need, of course, bring in the metal piece. Pizza! So we go back to Blender, save here. Go to the clothing. Sorry, sculpture clothing. And these should just be random colors at this point. Really bright, random colors, because it's just going to get harder and harder to tell these apart. Or for Substance Painter to pull them apart. So the name of the game right now is just to get them to be different. As visibly different as possible. Distinct. All right, that should be good. Send this over to clothing, high poly, export, save, painter. Also, I figured out what was causing my computer to crash. Apparently I had set Google Chrome to be graphically accelerated. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. All right, let's make this piece too. So we just duplicate this, send this one to Retopo Clothing. That'll do it. Yeah. 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 Once I realized it was, I was like, oh, well, yeah, clearly that's not what we want. Let's delete half of this. Rip Google Chrome. Beat the shit out of Google Chrome. Still attached somewhere. I would have expected this to separate into two pieces. Funny. What is preventing them from doing that? Ah, of course, this part. Okay, there we go. And we still need these two. Okay. One side's the front, one side's the back. And then we'll want to copy this over and copy this over. Displace in Chrome settings. Yes, yes. They have a graphical acceleration option, which it does not work, does not play nice with other programs. I may actually reinstall the NVIDIA RTX then, because those two programs were probably fighting over. Forward a little. Easy, easy, lemon, squeezy. Then for the sculpt version, we'll just add one more subdivision. Maybe two. All right, so export this as the high poly. Save. Go back to retotal clothing. It's like this. Copy as driver. Paste to driver. Export this. This one is the cage. And then this one is the low poly. All right, back to Painter. Refresh the mesh. And save. Bake. Something's wrong. I didn't set the UV map. Or I just didn't organize it. Bam. Refresh again. And bake again. There we go. All right. Go back here. And for our wraps, those are the same color, so those are fine. Our straps, wraps and straps are fine. Everything is fine. Now we can really easily select a bunch of stuff all at once. We'll call this the leather, which will be, you guessed it, dark brown, little glossy. And then we'll do another one for this part here. We'll call body blue gray. This one. And we'll add a paint to it just to remove it here and it's over there. I take that back actually. This one should also be the same color. Perfect. Profound. And then we got this. Match off. Match off. Well. Then we'll want to get these odd purple ones. All striped. Awesome. Oh, man, that's why I spend so long doing the sculpt, because it really does make it that simple. This should be this color. That should be this color. Easy, easy, easy. Just works. It's like, yes, you can make that in just a texture, but do you get all the benefits of having a normal map automatically baked? I can readjust this on the fly. It just works. It just makes sense. Redo the clothing collection maps. I'll keep the metal piece out for now until we know for sure I don't need to rebake anything else. Sorry to be looking at the boob window, but this is too much, that edge, so I'll have to shrink that. I'm not particularly fond of just this being a void. But overall, looking super good, and I like this. This is too dark. Here, this is way too dark on these guys. Yeah, I think the whole back of the bangs can be redone, at least shadow wise. They do clip with the ear as well. Okay. We'll do one more pass on all the different textures. And then I think move on to messing around with some rigging. We'll need ambient occlusion on these. And the shoulders came out better than I thought they were going to. That looks good. Good. Bueno. Then we'll do just my favorite little step, really quick and easy way to give your textures like a nice look. Basically just use a curvature template, which is just a curvature generator on top of everything. Just some nice shadows on everything. Nothing too strong, but just a little bit of it. Beautiful. And then we'll duplicate this. Make sure they're both linear dodge. The second one, we'll switch to an ambient occlusion. By doing this, we ensure that if the lighting is ever disabled, it's still very easy to understand what the form of the character looks like. Sometimes that gets lost along the way. Cool. Then the highlight's kind of the opposite, obviously. Not as interested in the highlight. Get rid of that. Just use the shadow. Okay, export these textures. Bada boom. Go back to do the body. And we'll do a very similar thing. We'll do the exact same thing, actually. Not just a similar thing. We are going to do the exact same thing. In fact, I'm going to adjust these really quick. And we'll call this curvature template V2. And we'll save this as a smart material. Okay. The blur is too strong. Probably need a 3D blur for this one. We'll do filter, 3D blur. The 3D blur is something I paid for. It's a paid add-on. It's a little bit nicer. It blurs things in the way you actually expect things to blur. in substance, at least. Too dark. That's pretty good. Duplicate this. Move it up. Switch it to our ambient occlusion. Linear dodge. Seems handy. It blurs without messing up seams. Exactly. It's it's more expensive to run, a lot more expensive, but it actually blurs things in 3D space, so it avoids messing up the seams. But there can be some issues with it, but overall, it does give you a lot softer results. Kind of an odd shadow going this way. Let a paint layer on top, turn down the opacity, and just kind of lightly paint that out. looks good. Oh, I was trying to get out of edit mode. I was in Blender for a second. Okay. Then our gradient shadow will duplicate, move up on horn. Actually, we'll duplicate this one. This one is a planar projection. Means I get to use the 3D space to my advantage. If you can with Substance, you should do everything you can in 3D instead of on your UV map. Because when if you ever update your model, if all your strokes and things are in 3D space, then they get updated automatically. You don't have to do anything to make it work again. All right. I'm gonna move the body out. Yes, yes. All right, that looks pretty good. Just reset the collection specular, if it updates at all. It did. The nose is shiny. Perfect. The nose is shiny. Shiny nose. All right, I'm gonna stand up now. Whoa, too shiny. Wild. Cool. For the nose, maybe we'll do a higher detail map. The eyebrows and eyelashes should not be shiny. No shiny. Just the shadow now. Where are the bangs? These ones? I guess it's all three of these ones right here. Those are all the bangs. Okay. Where are they on my map? Would have been nice to have put them in an order that matches in my UV map. But that's okay. Okay. So to minimize this is why I set up all my hair like this. We can just make a subtract, multiply, in this case. And we can use it to carve out some of the issues. Let's leave it like that for now. Okay. Export this again. Lessened a little. We redo our not as bad. It's still super strong on the second one for some reason, which would be oh, this is the that's not the right one. Okay, so which one is the second one? This one? Oh, we're missing that one. Right here, this one. Okay, so they should basically have the same edit to the gradient. There. Still really strong. I think we're gonna have to lessen it even further. So for all of these, let's adjust the settings to push in quite a bit. Looks better, that's for sure. Maybe still not quite what we want, but I think it's improved for sure. All right. Thanks, she's looking good. I'm gonna go get a sweater. I'll be right back. I'm a little cold. All right, I'm back. Got my Goosebumps t-shirt, sweatshirt, sweater, something like that. Okay, a lot more to edit, but it's coming together pretty quickly. And I think we can go ahead, make one more backup copy here, which we'll call 12, painting version, another painting version. But now that we've backed that up, we can actually start cleaning up our whole Blender file. Pull the sculptures out of it and just start setting things up. And backed. Might as well just start rigging now. Oh, right. Did want to make a femme version, or sorry, male version. I'll probably just have to do a second version later. Second body, second bake. We'll just start with this one for right now. If I just had it all in a separate material, that might work. Where I could do a toggle for, well, still need to adjust all the clothing. No, it needs to be its own thing. So we'll just get it for now. In fact, I'll take the chest and move it into the hidden layer. And for now, we're just going to treat this like it's our only version. Because I have to edit all the clothing, I have to edit the body, I have to rebake everything and create a new file for baking. It's a good chunk of work, so we're going to leave that for later. Can it be a slider? I can certainly make a slider for the boob to expand the booba. I don't know if I can take what we have for the clothing and make it completely flat, because that I don't think that will work well. Everything else might work well, but the clothing makes it a bit trickier. Yeah, that's okay. Just kind of how it goes sometimes. I need to think of, in the future, I'd love to think of a, how would I plan that out to make the change there? Not entirely sure. There's got to be a way to do it, but I need to get used to setting these up. We'll have to do it the full manual way first, and then the next time we come around to it, I'll probably be able to think of a better optimization. But for now, booba. Right. Go in here, save this, turn on the eyes. I'm going to take everything and say long road first little exactly. Just gotta do it the hard way first. Get that experience. I think that's the chin, so we're gonna move that a little lower. Whatever, I'll be able to move it all again in just a moment. This is the nose, eyes. Lips. All right. Then we do have eyes. We have it done. And we've got teeth. Save. Okay. Go. Boom. Okay. Nice. Did a good job. Auto Rig Pro for the win. Ah, my character's not even. I do need to adjust everything. So I'm gonna hide the rig, turn on everything else, select absolutely everything, and we're gonna move it up till the feet are just right there. And then we'll copy that movement we did, go back to the rig, and move it up the exact same amount. I'm going to do that one more time until the middle of the hoof lines up with the edge, because the legs are kind of splayed out a little bit on purpose, but we just have to be careful of that. Right there. Copy again. I was reading through the VRC avatar documentation on animation parameters and noticed there's a bool called isOnFriendsList that I've never noticed before. Could use it to alter your appearance for friends versus strangers, or maybe use it to trigger an animation when you add someone as a friend. Interesting. Huh. That's pretty cool, actually. You could add someone and like jump scare them. We're friends now. Surprise. I think we'll keep the foot here. I don't know if we'll actually rig. No, we'll want a little bit of the foot to bend. Knee. Or they add you look like a typical anime girl, but after they morph into a balding middle-aged man, my true form revealed. Boom. Turn off the clothing for a moment. Better idea where the spine is. That looks pretty good. Move the head bone forward. Jaw should be right about there. It's actually really good on the facial setup. The ears, we'll want to turn up the count. And let's add a tail. Say 8. Yes, man. Eight's too much. Let's do 6. Oh, thank you, Zoom. I feel blessed. That was a good one. Thank you. My power grows. My sneeze power. And last part is the arms and hands. I wonder if I could make this automatic. I probably could make a system to do that, but it would be way too elaborate. For what it really is. Bam. Boom. Bada boom. Save. Time to sit down. Time to sit down. You know, now that I think about it, if I really wanted to be extra consistent with drawing people in, I should probably do a little bit of sculpting every day. Because I think that is what entices people the most when they see like the live stream. We'll give that a shot. Oops. Especially towards the end of the day. If I ended the day with a sculpt, I'd probably get a lot of attention. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that worked out well. I think that's fine. Okay. All right. Select the rig, match to rig. I'm train bound. Enjoy your train ride, Zoom. Zoom along. Zoom along. Just adjusting all these bones. Make them a little bit easier to see. Okay, now we can select the body. Actually, we can select everything here. That character is something. Well, thank you, Sal. Thank you, thank you. We're about to get them to move with voxelized. I may still get that add-on. Cat orange whistling. Man, I wish I could do the like super loud whistle. Gotta train myself to do that. Wee woo. All right, so now nice. Okay, so we got some basic rigging done already. The legs look really good, actually. Huh, that was easy. Probably the one of the best default rigs I've seen. Or waiting. Waiting? I don't want this to influence the breasts. Breasts. Maybe it's because your topology is goaded. Well, thank you. Sometimes. Or because of the species of this character, maybe it's dear to me. Don't want any influence from the tail on the body, so we'll go to the vertex groups here on the body and just delete these. I really didn't want to weight the hair, did I? Probably not. Probably. Pause. We'll combine. Jord Anakin, hello, welcome. That doe's got some dough. She does indeed. She does indeed. She's a bit of a baker, making cake. Feeling depressed as college entrance exams not going good. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Nick. Also, welcome. Good morning. Good morning to both of you. Happy Tuesday. Well, you'll be through them soon enough. You know, do what you can and look to the next next exam. Get prepared for the next one. But hopefully they're not going too terribly. Nice. The knee came out really well. I'm actually super pleased with how the knee is looking. That's awesome. I needs it. All right, we can start. I'm going to combine the hose with the body. And in fact, let's make sure this is named body. Very important. The claws. We need to finish weighting the hands first. Any tips for converting to VRMs? Tried a bit and had some trouble with materials. My model had a lot of metal too. Um, so if you are looking to make a VTuber out of your character, I would recommend following along this tutorial here by Cade. It's a very good one. Cade does a good job of converting a VRChat avatar to a VC face. So if that's what you're looking to do, along the way along the way you have to take your model, turn it into a VRM, and then turn it into a VC face version. So there's a few steps in there, but it does kind of go over the general process, and it should make it a lot easier because there are a lot of moving parts to it. No pun intended. But is that a pun? Who knows? But definitely saved me a lot of time. That's a tutorial I followed to learn the process, or one of the tutorials. Boom. As for the materials, once what's your end platform? What is the this VTubing software you're gonna be using in the end? Sweet, appreciate that. Yeah, all 52 expressions, lol. Yeah, it takes a little. Hey, thank you, Queen Chowlette. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now, we're rigging up a hand. Actually, I should have done. Yeah, and then we'll fix the knuckles. Boom. OMG, you got my name right. Well, happy to hear that. Chowlette. Is that Chow from like Sonic? Or are they the? I think that's what they're named. But welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now we're getting these knuckles done. Getting the old knuckle duster. I remember those little guys. Didn't play too much of that game, but those were definitely one of the more memorable parts of it. Thought about trying out the Mokiverse, but I have VC Face 2. Gotcha, Mokiverse. I don't think I've used that one before. Mokiverse. Is this the Is it the NFT thing here? Oh, sorry, Miko. Okay. Funny. There's something exactly like it's very closely related, but Yeah, the Micoverse thing seems really cool. I'm super pumped about that. For anyone that is not familiar, so Code Miko is creating a Unreal Engine, like VRChat slash VTubing project. So it's basically like you can stream and game all in the same virtual space with your community. Pretty interesting stuff. And also it's an Unreal, which there aren't many VR social games that are in Unreal. Um, I always thought Neos was, but it's not. Or Resonate. That'd be pretty cool. That would be really cool. So we got yeah, Sonic yay. It's very interesting. Definitely recommend taking a look on it. And and I'm more intrigued to see what once the Kickstarter is live, if there's some additional features. Uh, I was just kind of talking this morning about using Resonite for streaming, kind of creating like a world that both I and or us all that we all can be in at the same time while making things. I find extremely interesting. I think I'm more interested in Resonite because you don't need to get anything else. You can do everything, absolutely every part of it, just in Resonite, um, without requiring Unreal Engine, which I think is a little bit more compelling in my mind. Um, so I'll have some experiments sometime soon, trying to mess around with that. These are rotating at odd angles. Oh, but that looks good. I guess your fingers do kind of curve a little. Maybe. You can use Resonite as a game engine. Resonite is amazing. It has its own scripting system that it's based on Unity, but it has its own scripting system that allows you to make and execute game engine type stuff while in VR, while you're with your friends, and save it. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can do it all right in VR, right then and there. Um, it's really compelling. I do think that whatever the future of VR is like, it will be more like that than it is like VRChat. Very cool. I have to look at it. You definitely recommend. I'll be probably be farting around with it on stream sometime soon, as soon as I get my kind of my commissions under control. This is Sam Wassam. Samson. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sam Swam. Sam Swam. Oswam. I'm trying so hard. But yeah, but the cool thing with Resonite that I'm very intrigued with right now is that you can get data from websites and stream that directly into Resonite, which means I should be able to do stuff like sync my position over multiple instances. Like my goal would be to have my stream and the world be as closely linked as possible. Don't know what that looks like yet, but that's the general thought direction I want to go. Is that I'm just extremely intrigued by that idea. You're close enough, lol. We're getting there. We're getting there. One step at a time. Oh, interesting. It didn't even give the teeth. Okay, that's awesome. Very cool. Something else has a hold of my lip. It's getting all jagged right there. Right there, right there. Damn, I always wanted a one-to-one scale representation of my room that was interactable. That would be insane. That would be really cool. That would be super, super cool. That's kind of exactly what I'm imagining as well, because the new place that I'll be moving to will basically become like my studio. Um, like I'll just have a lot of ability to set things up and change things, move things around and stuff. So I'm intrigued to see how much I can push bringing what I'm doing in the real world or on my computer into the virtual space. Spread the awesomeness, Samwisomeness. We'll try. We'll try. All right, perfect. Now, I think the teeth were already included. How did they fare? Oh, perfect. All right, so one major change that we're going to do right now, right away, is we're going to actually close the mouth. So we're just going to move the lips up, move this up, get a nice closed expression, go to the body, and we can just straight up apply our rig. Boom. Then we want to apply it to pretty much everything else. Well, all these ones. The other ones are fine. But we'll separate them just in case. Clear parent. And then on here, we can go to the rig, pose tools, set, apply pose as rest pose. Let me back up a little bit. Something. Why closed mouth? I prefer to have the base body be in what I want to be like the most neutral default expression. Um, so if I leave it open, potentially when I kind of come back to it, um, like I don't want the mouth to accidentally open if I ever return when I'm doing animations in Unity and stuff. I just want this to be when everything else disappears, this is the pose I want. And we'll reparent it. And my favorite part. I feel like this side of the lip is a little bit thicker than I expected. In fact, this whole kind of interior area. So let's take the body, go into the mirror, this section to be higher. Wildly difficult change to make. What we need to do is take these here, move them forward, and well, this one I'll actually turn connected off. Oh wait, can I just adapt it while I'm in here? That'd be a little bit easier. Oh. Okay. Better. Not perfect. Let's take this whole interior edge. Let's go squish it down. Let's get a little more rounded. Better. Okay. You make changes to the body mesh after it's already exporting into Substance Painter. Do you normally update the mesh you have in Substance Painter, or do you just leave it? I leave it alone. Usually it's a little rough to bring those changes kind of back, like from your current version all the way back into your painting version. My footrest is messed up. Hello, Sally. Welcome. Hello, bro. How are you? I'm doing quite well. I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. If I really need to go back and rebake stuff, You can do it. It's just a little bit more challenging because you have to take all. I have a painting version that I made here. So this painting version, if I ever, this is basically my checkpoint for it, and I'll go back to that one if I need to make changes to it. It's all set up and ready to go for that. You can call me Zach. Well, hello, Zach. Welcome. Oh, snap. What the? Oh, displace modifier was still on there. Let's get rid of the displace. And now we'll do Auto Rig Pro FBX fix. All right. How did I do that? Just setting things up in Blender. So we've been working on this character for about a week and a half now. For a game. It is for VRChat. If you're familiar with the game VRChat, I'm making a avatar that people will be able to purchase and use in the game. Hey, 10-0 Kristen Stewart. Thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'll show you the in-game version, Zach, so you can see what we're working with. So I work for individuals. I don't work for any sort of company or anything like that. Unless you consider, I guess I'm a company in a way. There we go. All right, she looks good. Everything's looking pretty darn clean now. Okay. Can't play it. Well, that is okay. You can play it on desktop. If you're saying you can't play it because you don't have VR, you actually can play on desktop. That's easy enough to do. But if you just don't have a computer to handle it, understandable. If you have an Android phone, though, you can play it on your Android phone. And on Android, yeah, exactly. It's kind of cool that they're expanding it out to phones and stuff. I guess they're taking the Roblox route, which I don't think is a bad call. I think that may work out quite nicely in the future. Let's get rid of the hair for now. My poor phone can't rent it. It needs a lot of memory on Android. Make it little. But the character like this. There we go. Done. Giga Chad deer. Maybe this is Giga Chad deer. I'm gonna delete all the ear vertex groups. Small brain proportions. I mean the boobs. Can't do that just yet. For now, they are the way they are. I still need to make bones. Bones for the boobs. Boob bones. Definitely need to adjust the weighting on those. All right, back into weight paint. And we'll just get rid of these values. Boom. A circus of value. Let's hide these. Why didn't I make an Avi for VRChat? This is an Avi for a VRChat. Unless I misunderstood your question. Oh, Levi for VR chat. I don't really do requests. Most of my work is commissioned, so I get hired by people to make avatars. So for me, more about uh, making sure I'm making things for people. But though this one will be a product, so people will be able to purchase this um, themselves as individuals. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of people using this avatar. Or Shinobo. Some value. What do I think about SDFs? I'm very excited for a Blender add-on that's coming out that allows for SDF modeling. I'm very intrigued by that. Should I sign up for this summer's VCAT? I should. I should. Ooh. Your name is Sam. I like it. Well, thank you. I like my name too. But yeah, I think that's a good idea, Cornfather. Let me write that down. I really should. I really should. Sometimes I just get a little lazy about stuff like that, but it's important to do that. VCAT. Put that with all my other post-it notes I need to do. Registrations are open now, closes in 11 days. Ooh, that would be the end of the month. Month! Exclamation point. New sub. Oh, well, thank you. I didn't get a notification, so I think you must have subbed on my channel directly, but I appreciate that. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So what we're going to do is select a chunk of each bone, just assign it. This is what I found that seems to work the best. It's like starting with what you know for sure you want to assign to each section. You deserve it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really love streaming and the combination of VRChat. So I think I'm looking forward to just kind of growing here, making the stream a little bit bigger, doing more exciting projects. Really hoping to bring people into VR at some point and do more stuff like that. So I think that will be amazing. Legitimately amazing. Just gonna get rid of that. I don't know. We'll leave it there. I can use it for my displacements. Do 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 do. Where are you from? I am from California. I currently live in Texas, but in the United States is where I am. Good old U.S. of A. The only four words I need to know are U.S. and A. Nice to meet you. Well, thank you. What about you? Where are you from? What land do you herald from? Toronto here. Well, welcome. Welcome from Toronto. I was just in right? Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I was in Toronto for the first time. Yeah, I was in Toronto about a year and a half ago. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Greetings. Hello, Mr. Lonely. Welcome. Hello. What are the letters? So the letters are just a little, it's kind of a test. It's for me to tell how I've done unwrapping the character. Um, so I have to create a UV map in order to get the texture on it. And so I'm just using a simple grid texture in order to test how it's going. From Algeria. Oh, very cool. Have you thought of creating your own VTuber Abby? I have. I have. Um, Probably when I get into getting the Resonite stuff I was talking about set up, that's when I'll make my own. Because I'm excited at the idea of making an avatar in a space that won't have any limits at all. Algeria, Africa. Well, very cool. Look at Algeria. Okay, so just right near the Mediterranean and stuff. Very cool. Wow, can't wait. Me too. I'm pumped. I'm probably going to be obsessing over it for the next 2 months or so. What are device specifications? I have a 32 gigs RAM. I've got a 2060, I believe. And I don't know my CPU, though. Absolutely destroyed my friends at badminton today. I barely won. Well, don't let them know that. Lord it over them as long as you can. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. True. Haha, I beat you. The mouth moving like a dancer. She's got that deer. She's got that look. Hey, Jay. Hey, thank you, Jay. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Is that a resubscription? I really should keep my notifications open. I always forget to open them. Um, but thank you, Jay, and welcome back. Resubscribe for once Streamlabs loads, I'll let you know. Not loading. There we go. 3 months. Resub. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Did I call it everyone? Yeah. Blubby Blubfish subscribed yesterday. Yeah, we're moving up. There's quite a few subscriptions now. What am I at on Twitch? Like 1.3K, something like that? 1.3K, almost exactly. Wow. Nice. Nice. Soon, Mr. Worldwide. All right, we'll recombine those into the head. And then we might as well combine the teeth now. Because I'm not gonna do much more editing for them. We'll just combine them. And what is separate now? The claws, which we can do a transfer vertex groups and combine. Make sure that's working properly. It did not work properly at all. I'm surprised. I am surprised. If you open your new office and hire people, please hire me. I can make a really good coffee. I will certainly keep that in mind. If I do make any sort of studio, it'd probably be like a digital studio, right? You know, like a purely remote. Never say never. Never say never. Oh, I see. They're on the other hand. That's why. Actually, I need to flip these. These should be on the other side of the body. And I should be able to do this. Well, yeah, we'll still weight paint them the same. I will watch a story. See you again. Sounds good, Zach. Enjoy your day. Thank you for the subscription. You have a great rest of your Tuesday. No problemo, a smart coffee machine. I operate them remotely. Perfect. Then we need the groups for the other fingers. Boom, 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 and boom. Okay. Perfect. Now we can recombine. Bada boom. I think that's almost it. Eyebrows. Have I rigged them yet? Imagine. I'll at least get a virtual coffee machine up and running soon. Then we can test your skills virtually for making coffee. Why only one finger bone? There should be more. So for I was weighting each fingernail to the corresponding tip. So I was just doing them one at a time for each of the fingertip bones. Fingertip bones, fingertip bones, fingertippy bones. Bones, bones, bones. I'm going to separate the eyebrows. How long is live? I never stop streaming. How many hours does it say I'm at, Zavon? Also, hello, Zavon. Welcome. 1,485. Perfect. I'm just gonna keep that going. I'd use restream, so I don't reset the stream on Kick, and it just keeps counting up. So I'm kind of enjoying that a little. See how high we can get that score. No break for you. Keep working. Work while I sleep. All right, that looks better. Eyebrows are interesting. Or eyelashes, I should say. We're not going to close the whole eye down, so we'll bring this one up to close this. I'm going to take the whole section right here and assign it. As far as I can tell, that's kind of the only way to actually close this up properly. All right, that should work. Nice. Okay, we're almost done rigging. Well, we're almost done rigging the body. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, and then the tail will also combine. And voila, the body is now one object. Nice. Now we're going to go to the hair. Sorry. Or then we're going to look at the eyes. And with the eyes, we're going to delete all groups. No, we're not. Oh, okay. It's good to go. Nice. They really improved the Auto Rig Pro smart rigging. It's gotten a lot better. All right, so for our hair here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take all the middle pieces. Actually, well, that's interesting. Do I have to mesh them? We're going to save it for last, I think. For making hair move, do you need to rig it? Yes. So everything, technically you can use cloth simulations in Unity, but it's a very limited amount of vertices because it's expensive. But for everything else, yes, you just want to use bones. You basically would make puppets out of anything that moves. Anything that moves has got bones in it. Just kind of an odd thing to say, but All right, so I think we'll go to the hair and clothing later. For now, let's go back to the rig and let's start the other bones because we're going to need some butt bones, thigh bones, and breast bones. Quick gif of the AFK flop. My body's ready. That's gonna be funny when you're like going in and out of a menu. I'm gonna need to go for a while. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Rig is looking nice. Thank you, Cornfather. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out. And good job on your work, by the way. I've been checking out what you've been posting. Good stuff. Good morning, Chips. Hello. Hello, welcome. Lovely flop. A lovely flop. I believe you posted something, Warren. Am I imagining that? No. There was something you posted. Okay. Well, that's amazing. Arctic. And you should add like a slam, like a boom, a little sound effect. For some reason this is always on there. Wow, look at that. Look at that. My God. A little plap. Exactly. I think it's important for fizz bones that they're not perfectly aligned with any axis. You want them to be a little bit off center of any axis. Otherwise, they don't move at certain times when you're testing in Unity. I would make a quest version for my forest world, but I don't think I can get it optimized very well. On PC, I'm getting like 30 frames on VR, so IDK. Most likely that's not going to run on a quest then. Might just cut your losses on that. There's like 2,000 trees. You know, you can actually get away with, as long as you have them instanced or prefabbed, you might be able to get away with it because there are some good optimizations under the hood. I'm guessing it's your grass gator that's really slowing things down, probably. Usually grass is pretty expansive. But I have a illusion calling and stuff like that to help. Okay, heck yeah. It's looking great. It is looking really good. Symmetrax. 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 Ooh. Booba bones are always a bit challenging to get exactly right. The grass is like those texture things. It's not a mesh. Oh, okay. It's not a mesh, which is good. I'll maybe see if I can buff down grass. Booba bones. You can feel your bones in your booba. My God. It is weird to think that we're just like inside out crabs, basically. Now, crabs have all their bones on the outside. We've got all our bones on the inside. I removed the second booba bone. I think any more than two, the physics start getting a little too much. They start getting a little weird. All right, so now let's rig these ones. Start with our thigh. And we'll just take this section and assign it. And then we'll just do smooth repeatedly. And then for the butt, we'll just paint it. Boom. We get the tail out of the way. There we go. There we go. I have a boob parent bone instead. That's not a bad way to do it. Ignore the context, but if you have the same parent, then you can only interact with one fizz bone at one time. Do you make them there and convert to fizz bones in Unity? Correct. So Unity doesn't really care what you give it as a bone. You don't even need bones to make fizz bones. It just needs like a series of points. So you can give them bones or you can give them other things. But usually you're giving them bones. You don't have to give them bones though. They're just looking for empty transforms. Or just looking for transforms. Startled face. Startled face. Zoop. I didn't know that. I make root bones for things like ears and whiskers to optimize. I mean, it is a smart move. But oops, I just removed. I believe it does get rid of some of the interactivity. Oh no, sorry, Arctic. Doing this this way because easier when in Unity. There is no other way to do it for a character. You can make fizz bones out of other things, but for a character, in order to attach it to the mesh, you have to create an FBX file. I mean, technically you could do it in Blender, or all in Unity, but that'd be really hard. It's not really built with that in mind. Yeah, I can't grab both ears, etc., and didn't know why. It's the tricksy fizz bones. I wish you could grab them in multiple places. I feel like that'd be a relatively simple thing to add. Who knows? I'm just a toggle on your fizzbone would be nice. Like, make this one multi-grab or not multi-grab or something. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We lost the hair. That's okay. So yeah, I'll show you how I'm setting up the fizzbones here, Sky. So we'll make a fizzbone object. I'm going to make all my fizzbones in here. We'll start with the tail, then the ear, oh, missed one of those. Breast. And I might try to actually make the tongue physics. This one. Something broke. Oh well. Oh, the butt. Okay, save. Then for all of these, we'll add a fizzbone component. We'll want an endpoint position of at least 0.1. And probably something like this to start off. A little bit of a mobile. Add some angle limits at 90. Collision's fine. A little bit of stretch motion and squish. I haven't really noticed how different that is with them, but that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so then the tail. Then the ears. Breasts. Breasts. And finally the butt. But you can see here how I have my fizzbone component and I'm just assigning it the bones here. But I could also just make an empty object and I could just I could give the empty object to this as well. And it's going to try to turn this object, move it way out here. And you can see it wants to make a bone right there. So there's not a limit on what can be a bone for the most part. All right, reset that body, reflection. And this is going to be a little salacious, but my apologies. We got a test. Tail's too springy. Breasts actually look pretty good. Not over the top. I think the tail is the only thing that feels a little funny. A little more movement in the butt and thigh. And the ears are too floppy. Okay. So the ears, I'm going to just turn up the immobile on. tail also and turn down the spring on the tail. That. Then the butt. Turn down a mobile. Actually, butt and thigh. Turn down a mobile. Halfway. All right. Try again. Still trying to come up with a good pun with bone and butt. A bony butt. Are there additional setups to make it so it's grabbable? Right now, they're all grabbable by default. And technically, like, posable as well, too. Still a little too much spring on the ears. Put that down. That's so cool. It is very cool. I do think that out of most things that VRChat has done, the fizz bones are actually extremely high quality. They're easy to set up, easy to use, and easy to control. Out of a lot of Unity tools that I've used, this is probably one of the best ones. Yeah, it's actually impressive. They know what they're doing when it comes to that, at least. All right. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so I think we're at a good stopping point. We've gotten a lot of progress done on our character here. And more to do. A lot more to do. We still need to finish a lot of texturing and stuff. But rigging, we've already made solid progress into the rigging and the texturing. I think we're on track to have everything that I'm going to do for the character done by this Friday, which is exciting. But it is time for me to head to lunch. So if anyone is new here, I do break my day up into 2 streams. So we're ending the first stream for the day, and I'll be back pretty darn soon. I'll be back in about an hour and a half. 2 hours is usually. I really should kind of cut down my lunchtime. But thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday, and we'll be back very soon. Looking forward to working on some more stuff with y'all. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions on the Discord. And again, hit that follow and subscribe if you haven't yet. But see you all very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye. Catch you later. Bye. Bye, everyone.